Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Alright, so today we're going to do a white canvas. So, I need some of this amazing white on here. If you never used this stuff, it's pretty good. I use liquid white sometimes, but last year or so I've been using this amazing white. It's made by Brandon Thomas Art. It's pretty good stuff. I haven't used their new stuff yet, but it comes in a pretty good sized jar, so every so often you need to add a little bit of linseed oil to it to make it, just keep it thin. It's got a stirring ball in it too. Alright, this is looking pretty good. Alright, so I don't have anything, as usual, I don't have anything planned exactly what I want to paint, but you know what, I need more light. Let's turn the lights back around. Studio lighting, please. Thank you. Alright, so this canvas here is a canvas. I stretched this canvas myself. I made it from a piece of canvas from a Home Depot. It's all stapled on the back. Super tight. And it's got 2 coats of gesso that I made myself on it. I like controlling the creative process from the very beginning, so I use other canvases, but I have my druthers, which I don't always have, but now, if you're looking for canvas stretcher bars, you can usually find them at your local art store, not like a chain store like Michael's, or at least you can where I live. We have a couple of independent art stores here, and they both carry canvas stretcher bars. I have a new favorite, my made by Frederick. When I first bought them, I went to a different art store to buy them, just to check out the art store, really. But I bought some canvas stretcher bars while I was there, and they sold that brand. And they're a little bit farther away from my house than the other store, but so at first I thought, well, I don't know if these are worth the money to drive. They're not that much cheaper. Oh, they were a little bit cheaper, but still, they're a much superior stretcher bar than what I've been using in the past. Alright, so we're just going to keep putting this amazing white on here. We get the canvas cover. We're going to paint some mountains today. I don't know what kind yet. We'll figure it out as we go. There's a little bit of particle there from that. I'm looking forward to trying Brandon's new product. He's always kind of working on new things. I like the product that I have now, but he's got something that's better than it. That's good. If you came on and say hello, I think I should be able to see you on here on my tablet. There she is. Hey, Sunny. I'm gonna paint some mountains today. I don't know what kind of mountains yet, but some kind of mountains. How are you doing today, Miss Sunny? All right, let's clean the brush. Hello, Linus. Somehow I got paint on me. Let me get this off my hands. So if you're oil painting and get paint on you, which I don't know how I did that, but I managed. Baby wipes work really good to get it off. Can you guys see the canvas? Well, you can kind of. Can you see the canvas, Sonny? Or are you just seeing the edge of it? Now, if I can just figure out where that came from, that'd be good, but I don't have any blackout on my palette, so I wonder how I got that. But anyway, there we go. Half of it. All right. Let me change it around here. Let me move this around. Make some adjustments. Hey. All right. How's that look? All right. So I think it looks like a little too much on here, so I'm going to wipe this off. A little too much, but it's okay. It's going to be good. All right. So let's do some mountains. All right. So let's start off with some mountain mixture. Now, if you don't have mountain mixture, you can use Prussian Blue, Van Dyke Brown, Alizarin Crimson. Make your own. Bob Ross used to do it all the time. Good stuff. Two tools I'll probably use as I'm working on this. I'll use this smaller knife. And I may use a filbert at some point. All right. So, oh, you know what? Let's put some sky in here. Let's just have a little bit of sky. May as well make a painting if we're going to be doing something. So let's get some. How about some phthalo blue? And maybe we'll put a little bit of sunlight out here too. All right. So let's get. All right. Let's just fiddle a little bit first. Well, you don't need to see me. Just an old guy. All right. So let's see. Everybody's seen old guys. All right. You can look them up on the internet. Hey, there's an old guy. All right, so, well, you could see my spiffy new haircut. I cut all my hair off. What little bit I had. All right, so let's start off with, all right, so we're going to press the paint out flat on the palette here. And we're just going to let me decide. I got this new T-square here. I want to just kind of get an idea. Maybe like about right there. All right, so that's good. Gives me an idea where I want to go with this. All right, so let's just start in the middle. All right. Without cleaning the brush, we're just going to come back with some alizarin crimson right above that. I'm going to be a little bit away from it though, because I want to blend down into it. All right. So let's see, a little bit more of that, please. Put a little bit of movement in the sky here. Not too much. We're not going to focus too much on the sky today. But there's no sense in doing it halfway, right? All right, so let's get a little bit of this phthalo blue. A little darker on the corners, maybe. Let's clean the brush, and then we'll blend this all back together. See how that looks. We don't need a lot of sky, because we're going to put a lot of mountains. I feel like painting mountains today, so... So I saw Anthony's going to do a live broadcast tonight. He's auctioning something off for a benefit, I think. I think it's what he said. You know what he said? All right. I think I need a little bit more crimson right here on this edge. All right. I think we'll just put a couple little streaky clouds in here, though. No, I don't. Let's just work on the mountains. Let's forget that. Let's just go to the knife. All right, so let's go. Show. Oh, you know what? I think I have some in my sketchbook. Hang on a second. I think I put some in my sketchbook. Maybe we can look at that. This is my handy dandy sketchbook. I did get this in my list. I have a bunch of them. As you can see, like, oh, it's where I was diddling with my balloon thing. But I'm constantly always like just doodling. There's a space scene, Sonny. I should maybe paint that and put it in your March theme thing. All right, let's see. Mountains, mountains. Mountains, mountains. That's an interesting one. All right, so let's see. Let's just go to the beginning and work our way back. All right. So, Sonny, you at work today? Are you working today? All right, so I got a couple of ideas here off of this one sheet. So it's not really a reference drawing, but kind of is, I guess. I'm not going to actually paint off of that, but it gave me some ideas about sort of like what I'd like to get up there. All right, so let's start off. Of course, we all know we're just interested in this edge. All right, now I think what we're going to do, so we'll work on a couple slopes and then we'll move forward and work on a couple more. So let's kind of put a little more color in here. All right, so now let's see. I want to keep that. Let's make some more like right around in here. Mostly working on Wednesday. Make these a little farther apart, a little farther away, I mean. All right, that'll get us started. I want this one in front of that one. All right. That brush feels stiff. Alright, so let's just brush these out a little bit. So spring is trying to come at our house. It's got, the sun was out yesterday. It's getting ready to rain again now. I only have like 200 pairs of gloves over there I could probably be wearing instead of wiping paint off my hands all the time. Hello, Brittany. Brittany. Beautiful young lady. How are you? All right. So let's just take some titanium white down here on the palette. And a little bit of alizarin crimson. Just enough, not too much. It's pretty powerful stuff. Let's start over here. Oh, you know what? One of the things I wanted to do today, I want to try something new today. Let's see, how did it go? That's okay. I'll do it on the next. No, I can't do it on the next one. Brittany, how are you? How are you, Brittany? I don't know if she can hear me where she is, but right over here, we'll just kind of make these guys come down like this. Now this big guy, we're going to make him a little bit more steep when we get over there. I kind of want to have this coming like, yeah, kind of like that. Now if you're using a knife to do this, you want to be, when you go up to put the paint on, hang on a second. Let me show you. You want to go above the edge because your knife's going to be, even though it's loaded, just because your eyesight, the way you're looking, you're going to be off. So you want to kind of get up a little bit higher than that. If you have any questions, feel free to fire away. Let me hear them. All right, so let's like over here. Nah, do you want to do it that way? No, I don't want to do it that way. All right, so let's see. Let's mix up some other now. Let's get a little bit of blue in here with this color. We'll put the shadow on the other side of this mountain. These mountains, I guess. Maybe put a little bit of this mountain color in with it. Darken it up just a little bit. I think we'll come back and put a little bit more black on this mountain in just a second. Let me find it here. Let's get some midnight black. Just want to add a little bit more shadows to this, a little bit, just a little bit. So I don't really have a particular scene I'm trying to dish up here today. I just kind of playing around with some mountains. Playing around with some mountains. All right. Okay, now we're going to come back this lighter color just a little bit on this side over here. And with a wave of the wand, we will pull this mountain in front of this other mountain. There we go. All right. Okay, let's put so much. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what, before we do that, I was going to say we move forward to the next mountain, but let's don't. Let's do a little bit more on this one. I got another idea. So I'm kind of thinking as I'm going about the composition, since I'm kind of doing this on the fly. So I want to put just a couple little streamer clouds, like just wispy little clouds, just up here to balance this out, just a tad. There you go. How's it look? With a wave of the pellet knife. That's right. Presto! Alright. Alright, let me clean out the fan brush. Okay, let's do... Clean out that other brush. Yeah, okay. Let's just tap on just a little bit of white. Just have some fog in here. I think I could use a brush that was a little more dry. So let's just take this one. Yeah, that's better. So we're just creating a little mist around these mountains. So now part of this is a mindset I've been trying to work on as I develop myself is when I'm trying to think about the landscape, think about what I'm seeing or what I'm seeing in my head, but also think about what does the whole landscape look like? In other words, is there a mountain behind this mountain? Is there a mountain behind that mountain? So if I decide that there's another mountain like right here, and I cover up that mountain, that's okay. I get it. So I'll know it's back there. Everybody else might not, but I do. All right, so let's put another mountain in here. Let's go like... Let's go right here. I guess this will be good. So needless to say, being left-handed, it's a little harder for me to work on the right-hand side of the canvas. Sometimes. Sometimes not so much, but other times, it's a pain. See how this ridge is kind of straight? We don't really want that to be that straight. Mountains are not that symmetrical, so we're just gonna bump it up here a little bit. Okay, so this gives me a good chance to show you what I was talking about with this filbert. Man, I'm about worn this filbert out. All right, so let's get some paint on this filbert. You can actually use the filbert to paint your mountain edges in pretty easily just by taking it like this and just kind of. If you hold it out at the end of the brush like this, so let me see. I think I want like another. Let's come over here. Let's do something over here. Let's put like right about here. Let's paint right over a little bit of that mountain. Oh, see, there could actually be another one right there. See that? So there could be one right here. We could kind of feather this one in the back and then have this darker one in the front. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, and then we'll leave this little part here open for right now. I might do something with that. Hey, Rosalie. Thank you. I'm glad to hear it. Right now I'm kind of meandering around the canvas, just painting mountains today, just fiddling. Kind of a learning experience thing, I guess. I guess every painting is a learning experience for me, anyway. All right, so let's draw some of this color out and see if we can put some more color on the canvas. It looks pretty good, I think. All right, so here's what I'm thinking over here on this side. So now, what I want to do with this, maybe I'll do the same little bit of something like that on this other side. It'd be good practice. Let's see. Let's see if I can make it happen first, though. All right, so let's get. All right, so let's lay that color out there. That'll be fine. Okay. So I didn't quite get all that color. I'm gonna do that. Now, the good thing about pulling this color out is that you can decide, like, you can see on this mountain here, it's just a little bit darker, so you can actually, if you wanted that in there, you could just leave it, or you can brush it away, or you can, like, feather it in, so you want to know how it's going to go, feather this part in. Determine how it's going to go. So, but you got to keep in your mind that you got to put light over dark and dark over light. So you want to kind of, the reason those are separated is because that's a little bit darker than what's on the inside. So if you don't do that, you'll get toward the end of your painting sometimes, or in the midst of your painting, and suddenly you'll have dark over dark, and it don't look too good. You'll be like, oh, it doesn't show up. All right, so I'm still kind of piddling here with what I want the layout to be. All right, so where's the brush? Okay, well, I'm thinking. Just washing my brush in odorless paint thinner. All right, now let's tell you what we're going to do. Let's put the reverse highlight on first. And that'll give us an idea, a little bit of an idea about where I want to put this other stuff. All right. Seems like an awful lot of paint. We can kind of bring those together right there. Now, what did I do with my paper towel? There it is. So I think we're going to have to kind of planning this out as we go. So if we put a little bit of snow here. Now, all right, so we're very close on this mountain, these two mountains right here, of having a run-in there. So let's put some shadows in here, a little deeper shadows. Let's see. We got some light on light coming in there, so let's just kind of. Let's break up some of this snow just a little bit. There we go. Appreciate you guys spending part of your day with me. I know you probably have better things to be doing, but at least it's fun, at least for me anyway. All right, so let's get. All right, so before I move over to this other side, I'm just going to finish this side a little bit more. So I'm just going to tap some fog in here. Maybe we'll put a river in this picture. I hadn't thought about it, but maybe we will. Maybe we would. Maybe we would. Let's brush this out. So now when you're painting fog, when you see it on television, like you see watching Bob or even Nick, those guys, their fog looks really white. And in person, it's not really like that. So don't get too wrapped up around that. Let's just brush some of that out. All right, let's go to the other side now. I'm going to start with, we're going to use quite a bit of highlight on this side. So So we make this side a little bit darker because it's kind of hidden. We're going to add some highlights to it, like right there, maybe right up here on the ridge a little bit. So let's just kind of. Now, one of the things I'm trying to do here is I'm left-handed, and I've learned to paint backwards this way because that's how most people paint. Or people that I learned from. So, being left-handed, I've learned to paint wrong-handed or backhanded or whatever the heck I want to call it. So, today I'm trying to do what they do, except backwards. So, we'll see how that goes. It seems to be coming on pretty easily. The paint's coming on. Brief word about the knife. It took me a while to fall in love with this knife. But the reason is make sure when you're using the knife that you're not putting your finger on it like this. Because if you put your finger on it, even if you're just thinking you're lightly pushing your finger on it, it's too much pressure. So you want your fingers up on the side like this. Alright, so let's just paint a little bit like right here. And then let's see what we want to do about this other highlight. So let's put maybe a little bit. Well, we got a little bit of red. Yeah, not a lot of red here. Put just a little bit right up here. I don't want to put too much highlight in here, but I do want to put enough in here to separate these guys. Just a little bit. And then we got to put some on this guy. Alright, you guys have any questions, just feel free to fire them up there. I'll be glad to talk about. I'll tell you what I know, if I know anything. If I know anything. Alright. River be nice? Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll slide one in there. Alright, so let's, I don't know where I'm going to put it just yet. But we'll look at that. I need some more Midnight Black. Now, Midnight Black is really kind of sort of a purple color. If you mix it out with some white, you'll find that it's kind of purple. But you can also use lamp black, but lamp black is really dark. It's really hard to put any colors in over the top of lamp black. Alright, so I'm just going to change this mountain structure just a little bit with the magic wave of my knife, as Sonny says. Just adding a little bit, third color to this mountain. Oh, got lazy right there. Let's do it over. Here we go. I'll show you, since I'm just piddling, I'll show you ivory black. Yeah, that's a nice cool black. It really is a nice cool black. I'll show you the difference here. Here's a little bit of lamp black. We'll slide some in here on this painting. I think I'll put it over here. So let's just kind of, I don't want to do this. Let's see. You can see even with the Midnight Black on there, you should now be able to see a difference in the two colors. It's really dark, and it's super powerful. You can't really paint over the top of it too much. So I just wanted to show you that, as long as I was fiddling around. Yeah, every black is kind of like mixing white. It's kind of like the mixing white on the opposite end of the spectrum. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to do with this before I move on? Let's tell you what. Let's just take and put a little bit more color in it. Let's bring this down like this, straight down. And then let's just kind of. There we go. All right, how's that looking, guys? All right. We need some more mountain mixture out here. Oh, we're having fun painting mountains. Okay, let's see. Well, let's decide where the river's going to go. So, let's see. If it's going to come out, this comes out like it probably should come out like right around here. This would be the vanishing point right here. So, maybe. All right, so that gives me an idea where to put it. Let's put some more mountains in here and see how it falls out. All right, so let's bring. Let's just put another mountain range in here. Oh, you know what? This will give me an opportunity. Let me show you this. Let me go back to the filbert. Where'd it go? Where did you go, little filbert? All right, so I was telling you about the filbert brush and using that painting this mountain. So let me do that as long as I'm talking about it. I first saw Bill Alexander do this. It really helps to get the kind of some of the pointy tops off of your mountains. Kind of brush it in like that. So I'm going to keep this river kind of small, I think. We're going to keep painting these mountains in here. Okay, so if we're going to do this side, I guess I better put some mist in here. And you don't want to destroy everything you had that you just put in there, but you do want to get. So let's see. So I don't think let me go back to this filbert for a second because I don't think I explained it very well. I got caught up in painting and I just never did finish talking. So when you're putting this on with a filbert, if you hold it out this way, so your hand's a little more uneven, right? And push against it and kind of make it, instead of just using the tip, use the flat of the brush like this. Kind of scrumble it in there. Now I'm wondering, as I put these mountains in with this river, if the perspective is going to be right. I guess we'll find out in a minute, or a little bit. I don't guess it'll be a minute, but it wouldn't be too long from now. All right. So let's bring this guy down. Let's make this a bigger mountain. I'll just put that one there behind it. Maybe these should be a little bit bigger. All right. And this guy. All right, well, let's draw them out, and we'll figure it out as we go. I paint quite a few live places, paint live for demos, and so I usually don't plan things out too much. I just kind of let them come out of the brush as I'm going. All right, now this time, I'll change this highlight just a little bit. I'm thinking about pulling that river forward now. Let's see. I want to do that. Let's bottom this up a little bit more. All right, now. A little paper towels bites the dust. Okay. So I'm thinking about doing a giveaway here before too long. I got more paintings than I know what to do with anyway. So I'm sure my wife would like that. All right, so let's get this. Oh, she's very supportive. I shouldn't say that. All right, so let's figure this out. All right, so this is going to be the back side of the mountain here. So, man, I go through a lot of white. Do you go through a lot of white, Sonny? I do. I go through a crap ton of white. All right, now this time, when I highlight this, I want to add a little bit of this sunshine to this. So we'll come back and do that in a second. Sue. So we're trying a bunch of different shadow types today. Yeah. So I didn't make it that time. Alright, let's try again. Back with the blue. Now we kind of want this mountain's been cut in half, right, by this river, so we want to kind of have it be just as steep. As if it's been pushed up. Hello, Pam. How are you doing? Old buddy, old pal. So in May, I will have completed my second year painting as an artist. First time I picked up a paintbrush was May the 6th of 2016. Probably should put a little bit of that right in here. All right, little palette management here. Yeah, you know, it's funny because when we were going to school, my wife and I, we were in an art class, and our teacher used to use me as a bad example all the time. Finally, I visited to her about it one day, and she's like, "I'm just sorry, you just don't have any talent. I would love to see her again. I would love to see her again." Because I actually did believe her, I have to say. I'm not too proud of that, but the truth is truth. Let's put these straight areas like here, like that. And like that, yeah. Alright, so let me see. Let me look at the video and see how I'm looking. Yeah, me too. Me too, Sonny, me too. Yeah, it's kind of looking okay. All right, so I'm trying to think about maybe. Let's fog this out some, shall we? Let's mist it up. I think we'll just mist this whole area right there. So let me clean the brush up. It's too dark. A little too dark right there. All right, let's do something about this river so that we can figure out what we want to do with these mountains coming forward from there. We still got this guy here that we're putting in, so let's. I think I don't want like a really big river, so let's just use a filbert. Let's just sketch it in with a filbert. I mean, with a script liner. So I'm going to move my hand out so that I don't have as much control over the brush. Never tried this particular technique. Should be interesting. I think I need a little bit of paint thinner. So here it'll flow off the brush. There we go. All right, so this river can have a high impact on the perspective, so let's get it laid in here. This is always a cool way to work on your perspective skills and actually work on your happy little accidents too, because you have to learn to paint around things that are already in the painting. So, a little bit more paint there. And we might make part of it disappear as we're going. Let's see. Haven't paid attention to the first date. I just happened to know because I remember it all really clear because my wife and I were talking about it. I never really intended to take up painting. I was convinced I couldn't do it. So, but I saw Bob Ross on Netflix and I just wanted to go to class. I just thought it would be something fun to do now that I'm retired. Just fun to give it a shot. See if I could. Because Bob was saying crazy stuff like everybody can paint. I was like, yeah, dude, not me. But it would sure be fun to try. Change my mind. I want this to go this way. Like that. I don't really want those lines in there like that, though. Just take them back out. Here we go. There's a little bit more bright in there. Right up here. Not that much bright. Dummy. All right. So when I start talking to myself, y'all just don't pay no attention. All right. All right, so here we go. Making this a little brighter on the top. I want this wall to be kind of straight. And then I don't want to clean off my knife. I think what we should do is let's figure out how let's figure it out. The time has come to figure it out. So mix some black in this mountain mixture. And I think I want this to come on across like this. Maybe even be taller than that, like that. I'm gonna put a big old dude right here. No, I'll tell you what, let's do. Kind of smush this out. So we're looking at the outline of the mountain here, right? So let's bring this big dude like right in here, like this. Big dude like this. And those little guys out there will be out there. And then on this side, well, we want to have, why not? Let's, oh my God, look at that gob of paint. All right, so let's see. All right, I'll tell you what, let's paint this in, and then we'll work on the rest of that. Let's go ahead. I'll leave the river in there pretty much just like it is. Let's kind of lay in this river, right up next to this river. Like that, like that, like that, behind that, and this one all the way around. And this guy. All right, so that tells me how they're going to lay in there. Let's work on it. Wilson, are you still there? Wilson popped in and popped back out probably. That's okay. Some people have to work for a living. Unlike me. Already finished that job. All right. Let's get some titanium white, a little bit of red. I need more white. I need more white. I need more white. So this has been a good time, just fiddling around with the mountains. Hear Bob talk about that all the time. Don't see too many people do it though, do you? All right, so let's see. I need some more white. Park that over there for a little bit. Alright, so right there, where those two guys are, this paint I'm using is like ultra thick, so it's just really sticking. Really good. This is Grumbacher Pretest. This white. A panda? Oh my gosh. You know, the only thing I've ever painted like that was I painted the 100 Acre Hug. I don't know if you've ever seen that in my gallery, but in my online gallery, but it was pretty fun to do. I did that. I did it for my wife, for her. She has a room full of pooh stuff. All right, let's put some shadows in here. Now, you know what? Let's see. Let's just put the shadows in here for right now. Now, I'm still not satisfied with this light over here, so I'm going to come back and play with this some more. There we go. Oh, 100 Acre Hug. That was a fun thing to do. It was fun. The main thing was she liked it. It was a mixture of acrylics and oils. I did the characters in acrylics, and then I did the all the background landscape and everything I did in oils. All right, now I want to just put just a little bit of highlight across the top here if I can get it to stick. There we go. How's that looking? Can't really see. All right, we need highlight over here. Okay, let me put some mist in here. Not a whole lot. I'm wondering if I should lightly tap this river. I'll think about that some more. All right, now the mountain's kind of coming in over the top. Alright, so what I'm doing there is I'm just kind of shadowing off that river a little bit so you can't see it as it passes through the mountains. Come on. Okay, that looks okay. Alright, so let's switch over to... Let's just put some regular land in here for now. We can decide what we're going to do with it here in a second. So, we're looking at the river from this side over. So, we've implied that. So let's see what we can do with that. All right, so we're on this side of the river, and work on this side of the river. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Oh man, I have all kinds of brushes. I have Bob Ross brushes. I have Kevin Hill brushes. I have Brandon Thomas brushes. So, mostly I have Bob Ross brushes. So, but 1-inch brushes. I really like Kevin Hill's 1-inch brush a lot. So I tend to use it a lot. And I think I want this to come on up here like this. All right. So we're going to create this really sharp looking cliff face right here. At least I hope that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's clean the brush. So we're a little closer with this one, so let's go, we're going to switch over to dark sienna. I'm just looking at for a minute. I'm gonna make some dark sienna little bit of white with that. Kind of leave it marbled. And let's just kind of So again, we didn't start off to paint a picture today, really. We just wanted to play around with some mountains for a while. So this will be like our second base color. These mountains. I guess they're a little dark down there by the bottom. Alright. And then let's switch. Let me think about it for a second. Need some more weight. What am I going to do with it? Oh, here it is. And this pretest may not stick because it's so thick, so we may have to switch over to the Bob Ross color. Now we're just going to mix a little bit more highlight on this. Got any questions, put them up. I'll be glad to answer them. If I know the answer. If I know the answer. All right. So let's go back now and edge this river on one side. I think maybe I'll take this out a little bit farther. Like that. Okay. It's going to be quite. I may have to move the river a little bit. That's not going to get me there. Let me try something different. Maybe there's a flat. So I want to put the water lines in along this river on this edge of this cliff, but it's really tight in here, so we're just going to kind of stipple it in here. I have to keep wiping the brush off. Yeah, we're coming. It's coming closer to us, and so we want to kind of soften this bottom edge a little bit with some water lines. Keep them on horizontal is the trick. It's the trick here. Now, just to fix the perspective a little bit, let's bring this river out farther. Now, Now, all right, let's figure out this other side now. We have to stand back from this. Take a look. All right. Well, I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's an idea. Let's see what we can do. All right, so let's put another bit of oil. All right, so we want to see about black. So this mountain is a little closer. This great big mountain we're about to put in here. We're going to kind of overlay this one some. But not completely. But we're going to want it. We're going to want it to come kind of like this way. Let's see, where did I just put that? Trying to get this edge. Now, before I get too carried away, let's put just a little bit of mist right in here. Right, just put all that dark color a while ago. Let's put a little bit more mist right here. I just want to create a contrast right there in that spot. All right. Go over there for a second. Needless to say, we can probably guess there's a lot of paint on the canvas now, so it's a little harder to spread, but it's okay. It'll be okay. Let's put a little peak like right in here. That peak's a little too. There we go. That's better. All right. So that's got the layout. Now let's work on the. Let's brush some of that out. Let's see where we end up. out of black again. Go through some black and white today. What did I do with that? If I would just put the tubes back where I got them. Here it is. Alright, so we got like another couple, 3 mountains here to deal with. So let's be kind of interesting here in a second. Let's grab some color in here. The straight midnight black is going on the canvas. Maybe we'll even put another slope in, like this one comes down like that, and this one comes in front of that. We could put another one maybe like that. That would be good. And then we could have like if this comes down, this can be just straight. We'll make it kind of butt onto the river for that be right there and maybe right there. All right, let's see what the highlights have to say. Hey, thanks, Frank. How are you doing, buddy? I saw Brittany on earlier. I'm just fiddling around with these mountains today. All right, so let's just let's put some highlights on here. See what happens. Probably gonna need more white as always. All right, so let's start with this part down here because I want to make. This is going to be facing out toward us, so I'm going to mix up a little bit of that, a little bit of this, kind of a marbled mixture here. A bunch of different colors. We'll start over here. So all this is facing us. This is in that part over there is in the sunlight. And this part's not so much in the sunlight. So looking across at it at the cliffs. Let's scatter some. Add some black back into this. And then we'll come back with a highlight color. Okay, that didn't mix well. Let's try it again. Just the lightest touch here. Okay. You can't see the left side of the picture? Oh, okay. Hang on. How's that? Is that any better? Alright, so let's pull down some highlight color, actually the shadow color. You'll leave that kind of back in the shadow. So now if you're wondering, why am I painting like in one spot and then I move all the way across and work on another spot? It's just to add a little more random coloring to the spots. Alright, now I don't want that color up there. So. Run out of white again. I think this time I'll switch whites. This is still titanium white, but it's a different brand. My bet is this brand is going to be thinner than what I've been using, so it should stick a little better. We shall see. Too much. And we'll make this pop off here in a second. We'll start adding some darker shadows in a second. So this is lamp black that I'm adding right now. Just kind of sprinkling this on to create shadows. Alright, so not quite where I want it. Not quite where I want it just yet. There we go. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. All right. Mountain. Hey, Jonathan. How are you, buddy? I'm just having a mountain kind of a day today. I started off, just wanted to play around with some mountains today. Well, I'm trying to make an adjustment here. This paint's a lot thinner than what I was using, which is good from the perspective. I'm trying to lay it over a lot of paint, but I'm getting the insinuation that there's a piece right there going on back up the hill. Or whatever, the mountain. Go back up the mountain. All right. I'll clean off a spot on my palette here for this, mix up the shadow color. Again. A little bit of blue, a little bit of white. So if you're wondering while you were watching if I just switched hands while I was painting, I did. I paint with both hands, usually. Usually sometime during my painting you'll see me swap around. Just because I can. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's add some darker shadow in here. Like that. Let's make that a little bit more steep like that. A little bit more. Let's put some down in this ridge. Break up that white a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, let me clean my brush back up. Hang on, let me clean up my knife a second. All right, buddy. Thanks for coming by. It's always good when we can all swing in and see each other off and on. I know it's hard to make a whole day out of it, but it sure is fun. Times we can spend together. I'm going to highlight that a little bit more. And then, let's see. I'll do that. I think I need another highlight like right there. But, oh, I know what I was looking for. I was looking to make some of that blue. I think it might not hurt to put a little bit more dark in on this side right there. All right, well, I think I'm done fiddling with this. Let's add a fourth color there. Make it stand out a little bit more. And oh, you know what? We put those clouds in up there early when we were fiddling. So let's put a couple over there, and then we'll call it a day. Let's get where's the fan brush? So just want to put some streamers up there, just some little streamers. No roly-poly clouds today. Just a couple little things floating around there. There we go. Just even it out a little bit. Alright, well, it's been fun playing in the mountains. I hope you guys had a fun time too. As always, please, if you like it, share it. Share it over to the other art groups. Share it on your pages. Share me around, and I will return the favor. Really enjoyed spending time with you guys. Thank you, Sonny, for deciding I needed to put a river in my picture. Oh, that made it more fun. All right, guys. Well, the brushes are clean. The palette's still dirty, but that's okay. It's a throwaway. So now I can work on cleaning up my hands. See? You guys have a good day.